What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Now, normally you would never see something like this re-enter the collection, but there's a very particular reason this guy is back in the collection. Now, this is made by a scammer named Owner Studio. He scammed me on a Kratos bust, not this one, but the one I had made probably over 100 videos on. I helped him make the entire thing. We came upon a agreed shipped price of $3,500. Come time to ship it, when it's actually ready, he basically decided to sell it to someone else. I did offer an extra $1,000 to cover shipping. He was claiming it's not enough, and then he just decided to sell it to someone else because he wanted to get more money out of it. So he screwed me over, and he never refunded me in full either. He still owes me $1,000, and he basically just called me a bunch of names and blocked me. So he stole $1,000, all my hopes of owning that Kratos bus, which at the end of the day, that Kratos bus was honestly not very good. The more I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm glad I kind of didn't get that. But, I mean, this one is a million times better. Thank God I got this. But he still scammed me $1,000, cocksucker. But he made this, and this is probably the only piece he's made that's actually good. Everything else, I think, is kind of piece of crap, honestly. But he made this, and I did own this. And the only reason I sold it was not because I didn't like it, but back when I owned this, Lord of the Rings was just on these two shelves. Believe it or not, now Lord of the Rings has taken up a vast majority of my collection. At the time, the video game room was in the other room, Lord of the Rings was here, and I decided to change things up when I saw Sauron bust in person for the first time. I had gotten it for a friend, and when I saw how insane it was, I decided, you know what? I need to put Lord of the Rings in that room and create space for more Lord of the Rings statues. But when I owned this, it was only in this room, and I basically had it down there, and there wasn't an Azog quarter scale, like the Dark Side one wasn't even revealed yet, and custom one, I couldn't find it, and I was just like, I don't want a Bulg on its own, because it's not a character you would buy on its own. This is never a character I would just buy. It is a companion piece to his father, Azog, which is the most badass orc out there. I love Manu Bennett, I love Azog, he's the coolest orc. Bulg is also incredibly cool, like, honestly, probably top 3 coolest. Him, Lurtz, and Azog are my 3 favorite orcs. But at the time, I had 0 space, there was no Azog quarter scale, and it was kind of just like on its own, and it just didn't make sense. So someone offered to buy it. I'd even actually broadcast it. Someone offered me, I think, like $1,200 or something for it. And I bought this back for like $900 on eBay. So at the end of the day, I still made a $300 profit. And now I'm going to have space for this. And I got an Azog quarter scale that's being shipped to me right now. So that is the reason I bought it. I got it for a good deal off eBay for like $300 less than I sold it for. So I still made money, got it back. It's flawless, no issues. And now it's going to go with my quarter scale Azog by Darkside that's shipping from China, so it'll be here next month. So that is the reason this is back in the collection. In general, I don't like to display, like, you know, people I hate, their collectibles and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't look at this and think of him and him scamming me $1,000 on Kratos. I just look at it and think, you know what? This is actually sculpted and painted really cool, and it's a cool concept. It's a good size. It's a great looking statue. And it's the only Bulg quarter scale, and it's unlikely we'll actually never ever see this character again. But it is a really cool looking orc. So let's check it out. I do have an old video, of course, but we're in a newer video, a newer Flankster. So let's see what new Flankster thinks about it. So again, you have this underbase, which he basically copied the like Uruk-hai Berserker base or Sauron base, where it has like Lord of the Rings writing and these like Black Gates of Mordor type look. It looks really cool. I like the fact he did that base. Now the base is light. He definitely, it's like completely hollow inside. Definitely feels cheap. It feels cheap. It doesn't look cheap, but it feels cheap. The rock is painted pretty good. However, I probably would have gone with a slightly darker tone. Maybe just slightly. But it does look good overall. Obviously, it would have been cool if there was like maybe some weapons on the base or something. It's just rock, like pure rock, nothing additional. Or when you look like Urukai, there is Berserker Urukai. There are so many like weapons and blood and epicness. This is a very simple base. Kind of reminds me of I sort of had a statue with a base similar to that rock. It's very familiar looking. Nevertheless, the base is like maybe a 6 out of 10. The underbase is a 10 out of 10. The upper base, it's too simple in my mind, so it's like a 4 out of 10 upper base, but overall it's about a 6 out of 10. Now coming to the character himself. So it's made of resin. It's a decent weight. He definitely has like a lot of dirt, grime, some cut marks, some vein work, which are frankly not super, super good. I like this armor. I think that looks great. The skull with a crack. I don't have it on a Lazy Susan. Yeah, the vein work is kind of sloppy. Like, look at that. That's definitely like, it just looks like a random, almost like you got a blue pen, and like definitely some of the worst veins I've ever seen. Yeah, could definitely overall use a repaint on the skin. He did okay, but he did a bad job on the overall vein work. The armor looks good though. So you have this, which is like armor that's like basically cutting inside of him, which is kind of wild. The fact he has that, like, aren't you in constant pain? And then you have like these bear claw up at the top. The portrait is done well. The mouth looks good with that bloody look. The eyes are painted pretty decent. There's also armor. It has hair, but you can clearly tell this is just like glued on pieces of hair right here. It could have been done better for sure. The skin texture is pretty good. The armor is probably the best painted thing about it. The armor and the face is the best thing. And then he has this, and this is very lightweight. It does have a seam line, and it's like there's no magnet. Like, really, bro? I hate when companies don't do magnets. It can just easily fall out. So you basically have like two options. You either glue it in or use some putty and hope the putty works. Now, this one, I did just use putty, and it feels fine. Like when I touch it, it helps secure it. So you can definitely notice when you first put it in, it instantly like almost like flops down, and you can see a big gap right there. Using the putty helped minimize the gap, so it's not as noticeable. So yeah, definitely there should have been a magnet. And in general, I think this is not very good. It should have been done a different way. Usually most companies, the way they do it is they have you just insert one part of the weapon here, one here, and there is no seam line. So I have a lot of statues like that, like that sword on the Prime 1. You insert the top part and then you connect the bottom part in. Same with Jinsakai is like that. So he should have did that. He kind of like sculpted this into the arm. As you can see, it like blends in, which it shouldn't be like that. So that definitely could have been executed much better. I mean, overall, it is a good statue. It's a solid, like, 6.5 out of 10. I am glad to have it back in the collection simply due to me getting Azog, and it looks great. Like, Azog is definitely much better overall, but they're going to pair very good together. So, excited to get Azog, which should ship. It actually hasn't shipped yet. I paid for it last week. He says it was shipping. He hasn't gave me tracking, but with China, sometimes it takes a week just to give tracking. But yeah, I'm waiting on that from Secret Compass, that and Darkside T1000. I paid for both, and he said both were shipping from China. I'll probably message him today, like, yo, bro, where's my tracking? So that's a size comparison. It's a good size. It's about, I believe, 24 inches tall. Bigger body than Kratos there, but that Kratos isn't like super thick. It's a tall statue, like 28 inches tall due to the pose, but it's not as thick. That Kratos is much thicker. But you can kind of just see the size. I don't have any space in my Lord of the Rings room until I get Monsterverse out. So it's just going to stay here until I can get Monsterverse upstairs, which my brother's coming today to get the mattress. As soon as I can get that mattress out, I'm building the shelves, and then I'm going to move Pacific Rim upstairs, Alita upstairs, all of MonsterVerse, and then I'll have to move Transformers over, and then rearrange Lord of the Rings a little bit, and then a Bulg will go in the display. So it might be a week or so before he actually gets in the cave, because I'm headed to DC soon, and I just don't have a ton of time after work like I used to. I used to have so much free time, folks. So much free time. But those days are gone. But I'm making triple the money, so it's obviously well worth it. Anyways, folks, so yeah, it's a cool statue for sure. I would recommend it if you see it off eBay. Don't contact owner. He'll probably try to scam you. This was limited to 50. And I did get the last one I saw on eBay. But I would buy it secondhand. Do not contact owner. He is a horrible human and a scammer, and he stole $1,000 from me. He's one of the first people that have truly scammed me out of money. $1,000. So he did ship me his absolute piece of crap half Kratos. Like, dear God, that was the worst statue I've ever received. And I told him, like, bro, I'm going to be reviewing this, and I tried helping him out. At that time, he hadn't yet scammed me on the life size, but he sent me the half scale as kind of a, like, here you go, sorry about the delays with the life size. And it came in as such a piece of crap. Oh my God. 0 out of 10. In every possible way. Just absolute cheapness. And so I sold it instantly for like $200. And I was lucky I could even sell it for that. So I guess at the end of the day, he scammed me out of $800 because of me selling that. When I bought Bulg originally from him, let me think, how much did I pay him? I think I paid him $600. Then I sold it for $1,200. So if you do add 6 plus the 2, that's $800. So in reality, I guess I got scammed out of $200 if you kind of throw everything else out there, which I probably made that $200 back in YouTube revenue from all the videos I made about him and the Kratos videos. So I guess at the end of the day, I am breaking even, but still, he did, in essence, still scam me $1,000. I'm just trying to make it in my mind and not be mad. Like, okay, at the end of the day, I guess I'm even after everything's said and done. Anyways, folks, the next statue after this, let's think. I got Kratos Darkside, Kratos Bust, T1000, Azog. Those are the next ones arriving, but definitely going to be Kratos Bust. And so I'm going to move Bulg. Actually, I'm going to put him right here because Kratos Bust will go right here until we get Grimlock and everything situated in another room. But Kratos Bust should be here. It's supposed to DHL ship tomorrow. So it's 3 to 4 days. I'll probably arrive by Friday or Saturday. So yeah, very excited for that. And another Kratos Bust. But thank God it's by Blue Box Hyper, who is the absolute best when it comes to custom busts out there. Anyways, folks, I will see you on Kratos Bust review in a few short days. Like I said, beyond excited for that in so many ways. But I am glad Bulg came and he arrived, no issues. He does look good. Like I said, obviously, if you want to nitpick everything, there are some areas that could have obviously been improved. But looking at it from this distance, it's a badass statue, no doubt, because it's a really cool character. Anyway, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.